All right.
All right. So I am Stephanie Dunn. This is Joel Dunn. We are super excited. We just came back from Light the Way conference, you guys, or I don't know. I have so many different things. Shine, Lightway.
Got it all.
I know I have it. Yeah, I have everything on. It was just incredible. So let me see. I want to see actually who is on that wasn't in conference. So drop a 1 if you weren't at the conference. Okay, so we have a lot of people. So
All right.
this
Is going to blow your mind.
It's going to be exciting for you. We have amazing leadership on, you guys. So just a little recap for me and Joel, because I really want to hear from everybody. I just pulled on, I think, really great people with totally different personalities. Like if you were to look at them and you meet them all, they are so gifted in so many ways, but they're all a little different. And I love that. So we have been with the company 13 years. June, it will be 14 years. And we have been through a lot over the years. And this conference just felt so different. So for those of you that were there, were you excited? Drop a excited emoji, something in the chat, just to let them know, a fire emoji, a light, something. Like you could feel the love, the excitement. God was definitely in that room. Like he was moving through people, in all people. And I think that's what brings me the most joy, is knowing that we started off conference by getting started right and just praising the Lord and just thanking him for just having the ability to get to do what we get to do. And I know that we always love that. So share a little bit from that.
Yeah, guys, tons and tons and tons of info. So make sure that you have your pencil, your paper, your iPad, your Apple Pencil, whatever you have to write with, make sure that you have it, because you're going to be taking lots of notes today. There was tons of stories, tons of incredible stories, tons of information dropped. I was on the most amazing panel ever.
But I wanted you to start with the first part was Thursday night was worship. So do you like to start that way? That's what I was getting.
The worship was incredible. They had Nicole on and she did such an amazing job. Everybody had an amazing first night to kick everything off. And that's what you wanted me to talk about.
Well, not just that, but you guys, why I love that is Joel and I start our day off with getting our mind right. And that starts by, it can just open up your Bible, doing something, just being quiet, saying a little prayer, reading something to start your day, because I think, things are going to come at you no matter what. And so you want to run the day, don't let the day run you. So what's the most important thing to you? And it works. It is God first. He is the most important. And I love that we started that. So that's a tip right there, is how are you starting your day? We want you guys to start that off the absolute best and then ending it that way. And then we got right into Friday, like jumped in, new product, and then that kind of stuff. But I want some of these girls to come on. I know that they'll have share, and I'm going to share with you guys, because I know a lot of you are like, how can I get distributors? And right now is definitely the time. So I'm going to give you guys a little bit of the information of how I'm talking and flipping every single person into a distributor. But I'm going to pull on, let's bring on Jessica first. All right. No pressure, Jess. Like, let's see. Can you unmute yourself? Hopefully. Did she? Yes, to unmute. Hold on.
I see her.
Okay. Where is she? I saw her on. Did she go away? Let's see.
She's right here. I see her.
Oh, let's see. Ask to unmute. How come it's not unmuting?
Hi.
There you are.
There.
I wasn't able to unmute myself.
Yeah, I was like, where did she go? You guys, I loved bringing her on. Here's the thing, is she's always in my space. I love it. She always wants to be. I love her energy. She brings it all the time. And I think that's a big key. And she's a double diamond, lots of volume. I know she's going for triple, but she brings a little bit different energy and a little bit younger energy than me. Doesn't mean I have a lot of energy. I mean, I have a lot of energy, but it's a different feel. And so, I wanted you guys to hear a little bit from Jess on, what was an aha moment for you, going into conference, double diamond, in the top 100 income earners. Congratulations. You're crushing it. I know you have bigger goals for the year. But what was something that you can go out confidently and go, this is what I want to be able to share with that brand new person coming in, or somebody that's just ready to run?
Yeah. So I feel like when I think about conferences as a whole, and if you guys were here and you relate to this, I literally felt like the entire time I was there, God just was hugging me the whole time. It was like his hands were around that arena the entire time that we were there. Like, if you felt the same way, let me know in the chat. And so just that in itself shows like where our company is, where our company is going. We lead with God, and he was there the entire time, which is so special. And even if nothing was done, that feeling alone, I felt like I could leave conference and I have literally God behind me, helping me chase my goals and leading me to them. So that was a huge thing for me. But I feel like my biggest thing, walking away from conference, my biggest aha moment was truly like, it doesn't matter who you are, you can do it too. So as a double diamond, I was able to be in the top 100, number 63 income earner, which is something that I never thought that I would be able to say as a double diamond. And there were diamonds who were literally top income earners. The rank, we're obviously going after these huge bonuses. Those are so important, but we're also chasing the bank at the same time. And as we're chasing the bank, we're chasing the rank because we're getting those bonuses. So that was huge. But I feel like a story that stuck with me through from conference was Jenica. And Jenica had talked about how she had been in for like 8 years, you guys. And for the first 4 of her years, she kind of, didn't really take it serious. She got all the way up to double and she lost it. And then she would go back and then she lost it. She was at, it was about Emerald, I think, when she started to take her business serious. So she had went to double, lost it, went to double, lost it, went to double. She was now at Emerald, and she decided to take her business seriously. And in 18 months, she went from Emerald to ambassador in 18 months, you guys. That's like a year and a half. And that to me literally just proves that it doesn't matter who you are, you can do it too, regardless of if you joined 5 minutes ago, 5 years ago, or 15 years ago. Whatever you set your mind to, if you take it serious, you run and you have that energy, you can do it. We have these massive bonuses, you guys. When I came in 4 years ago, we had a $10,000 diamond bonus that got announced at conference. And I was like, I'm going after that bonus. You know what? I didn't get it. But you know what I did do? In the matter of 2 months, even though it took me 2 months to enroll my first distributor, in 2 months, I went from nothing, literally distributor, to Emerald because I was running after that diamond bonus. And I am so grateful that I set my sights high and I went after it. I may have fallen short in the grand scheme of things, but I didn't at all, because I can guarantee you, I probably wouldn't have gone Emerald if I didn't set my sights for diamond, so early on in my business. And I was brand new and I was like, I'm talking like 3 weeks in, I'm going diamond, and I didn't, but I went Emerald in 2 months. And that is what's so special. So with these diamond bonus, with these re-rank bonuses, with these double, triple, pres ambassador bonuses, go after them. You're never going to know how. You're never going to know what's all going to come together. You're never going to know the perfect place to, put customers or to put distributors on your team. You're never going to know who's going to be your this on your chart or your that on your chart, but go after it and literally put your 100% in every single day. And you can be just like Jenica. You can do the things of going from Emerald to ambassador in 18 months. You can do the things of being a distributor right now and going diamond by March 31st. You can be a diamond who maybe lost rank, and at March 31st, you can be triple if you set your sights towards it and you run after it no matter what. I remember a low point in my business where I was like, I feel like I used to mass enroll. I feel like everyone on my team was awesome. Like, what happened? This was years ago. And I remember telling myself every single day throughout the day, from the moment that I woke up, I used to say, I'm going to enroll a Rockstar today. I don't know how, but I'm going to do it. I would say things like that all throughout the day, like talking to myself. And you know what? That is when my team took a huge transformation. So if you're on this Zoom and you're going after a specific rank or a re-rank or both, I want you to tell yourself every single day out loud, I'm going to get this, whatever it is, bonus. I don't know how it's going to happen, but I know it's going to happen. And that is my biggest aha piece of advice from conference.
Yeah, you guys, with that, you need to get a chart out to know where you're going to. So that will help you out a little bit of guiding you. And with the new app coming too, those are all of the tools. But you have to make that decision. You got to go for it. You have got to just go, I don't care. I'm going with or without you. I think I've told that to everybody. You know, when I made that decision years ago, I knew that it wasn't going to be necessarily easy. And I wanted everybody to go. Like, I saw it. Why wouldn't you want to make extra money and get great results and feel good about yourself? Like, sometimes I don't understand, but you are, I heard it, I think Jenica said it, captain of your ship. You are the CEO of this business. You know where you're going with or without the person that you're talking to. And so stand in that power of knowing exactly where you're going, because I think that sounds, I mean, that doesn't sound like, oh, you know, being rude or like crazy or whatever. It's just giving you the power of knowing that. And I feel like when you do that to people, they want in even more. It is the craziest thing. They're like, okay. And then really be, you know, intentional with working with the people, like checking in daily. Hey, where are you at? What are you doing? You know, all those things, because you may think that they're doing that, but they don't know what they don't know. So you have to be on top of them of giving them their goals, like being so specific of like, you know, your diamond chart, but you know, the Ruby that's going to be on your chart, you need to have their Ruby chart to lead them and tell them where they need to go. And that's how they're going to continue to grow up the ranks, because they're going to teach their person exactly the same thing of like how to go Ruby. So I really want to make sure that you guys kind of get that. But I love your energy, you guys. That's a key too, is you get to decide how much energy you want to bring or not bring. And energy speaks sometimes louder than anything in the world. Like, we want to make sure that you do that. So I love you. I appreciate you so many more. Like, I could go like talking hours with each one of you, but last quickly, like question, like, you are so consistent. Like, I watch you on social, you guys, she's really good at stories, at reels, at creating. She's done a great job of being herself. Like, everybody steals it because it's that good. Like, I do too. I'm like, I'm just going to take that. Like, it's okay to do some of that, but what would you say to a new person, like a tip of like, how did you just start making your stories? Did you just start and they didn't always look that pretty and you just started doing it? Oh, you got to unmute. Why does it keep doing that? I'm like, it's so good. Do you have to do it down here? You guys, this is weird. I don't know why I'm glad Joel's sitting next to me. Asked to unmute.
Yay. Okay.
Okay.
So when I first started, I'm going to be honest, I used to look at the top and I was like, I want to be just like them. I want to post just like them. And I did, until I became comfortable with who I was and who I am in my business. And I just naturally started to become me, because you know what? People will join you because you are you. Maybe there's something specific that you like. Maybe there's an aesthetic that you like. Maybe you like colors. Maybe you like moody. Maybe you like simple, whatever it may, maybe you like clean aesthetics, whatever it may be. People are going to join you who are just like you. And it was crazy, because when I started, you know, posting and acting and showing and doing reels and things that resonated with me and were authentically myself, I literally started to enroll girls who were just like me. We all say, I want to enroll another me. How are you going to do that? By being yourself. Be yourself every single day on your stories, on your reels. They're not going to be good. If you're brand new and you're on here, just know your stuff is not going to be perfect, but it's okay. Post it, do it anyways, because it'll get better. And let's say there's someone who you're watching who you love the way that they post or the way that they do reels. You know, I'm not saying copy their aesthetic, but use that as inspiration. Okay, they did this a little bit different than me. They do this a little bit different. I'm going to try this. Ooh, I like this. It fits me. This is easy for me. I like, you know what I mean? So it's not going to be perfect at first, but you just keep doing it and you just keep showing up, and you just keep being authentically yourself. And that's my biggest piece of advice with that is, you know, what are the things that you like? I know everyone talks about the 5 pillars. I mean, that is something that you can do. For me, I just share my day. And what is my day? It's like my coffee, my dogs, my boyfriend, Florida, and like sunset. That's just my day every single day. So I share it.
It looks so good all the time. It's like, oh my gosh. But I think, you know, we forget sometimes you're seeing their chapter 10, not seeing where did they start. And so you guys, I just want you to remember, your business is open when your socials are open for business, your mouth is open for business. So if you want to hit some of these bonuses, you got to be open, like more than you have been, like way more than you have. So that's a huge tip. So I love that. Thank you for that. With that, I'm going to roll into Claire. Like, we are all over the place. Like Claire's an ambassador diamond. She's amazing. I think she's been here so long too. I want to say 7 or 8 years. I can't remember. She's in between taking, I don't know if it was her daughter to worship or something at church, but I was like, we want to get you on because she's amazing, you guys. I love her heart. She loves to lead you. That's like, I know that brings her so much joy, is being able to help other people. That's truly her heart. She's such a servant. So Claire, can you get on? If you can't, just let me know. Let's see if we can unmute.
No, I'm good. I'm here.
Oh,
I'm
good. Yay. All right. I just loved, when I was thinking about, like, I was told a couple of you girls, like, I really want to do more Zooms, more leadership, give you guys everything you need. And I feel like this year we just have that right leadership that needs to be highlighted more than ever. And Claire is definitely one of those girls. And she just does it so effortlessly because that's who she is. And I loved your post about being confident. So, I think what I would want to ask you is, like, what was your favorite moment, or like something that you would love to share with the newbie all the way up to even us? But the word confident is kind of a scary word sometimes to people. Like, they think I have to be confident in knowing all that. So I want to kind of come back to that just so you can kind of keep on track of that, but go with that first kind of question.
Yeah. I came to conference this year just kind of feeling like I'd been a bit, and I'm just going to be open and really share my heart with you guys because I love you guys and I want to be able to connect, because I know that we're all here at different places, and maybe you came to conference at different places. And I came to conference in a place of having lost a lot of team in 2022, starting with my enroller at the beginning of the year and ending with some of my leaders that I'd really poured my heart and soul into. And I know that, that's part of that is business, right? There is turnover in business, there's turnover in jobs. And coming into conference, just kind of being like, man, I love this business. I never stopped loving this business. I've never stopped working this business, but what does this look like for me in this season? And walking into conference, just with some, just kind of like, man, this feels a little bit different this year for me, of just where I'm at, like in a seasons of looking at needing to rebuild. And Thursday night, Cindy stands up on stage and immediately starts talking about the hurricane, and some will walk away and not be able to put in that effort to rebuild because it will look differently. But there will be those that stay, and they will be willing to do the work and to rebuild. And it just like encouraged me, solidified everything that I already knew, which is that, God has me planted here. And I just absolutely love the heart of It Works and seeing just it shine in a whole new way this year at conference. I have been in for going on 8 years, and just all of the conferences that I've been to, just seeing that the heart truly hasn't changed, the beautiful heart of our company. And if anything, we've just gotten louder about what the heart is, and just hearing everyone sharing and everyone's stories. And I don't know if anyone else felt it, but I feel like there was a humbling in such a beautiful way, where I feel like everyone that we heard speak from stage, they are just in a place of just really postured. You guys, what I saw past it was, we are postured to do more than we've ever done, because we are more open than we've ever been. And the wrong reasons have truly been stripped away. And all we have left is just pure love for this industry, for this company, for teamwork, for pouring into each other, and for what's really possible. And Brian just really challenged me this year to just get back to the basics of like what really made me fall in love with this business to begin with. And what really made me fall in love with the business was to be able to have that little bit extra that we didn't have to take from our budget. And, he was just like making me fall in love with network marketing all over again. Cause he was just saying, Claire, man, if you made $80 from your phone, like, let's just say you're, thinking coming into this business, you're brand new, maybe you just got started with us. If you're able to make $50, $80, if you're able to get that tier 1, make that 150 from your phone, with your babies, with, in your life, in the parking lot of a car, like, in your car, what a gift we have our hands on. And just remembering just that true passion and that true love for what we get to do here, and having that open heart of like, okay, God, my hands are open, and whatever you want to do from here, like, you get the glory. And I'm doing it with people I love, in a place I love, in a company that I can stand behind 100% and not have to question what's going on behind the scenes. And that is something that is so rare today. And so it was just such a reminder. I just feel like I fell right back in love with It Works, even though I never felt out of love. I just felt deeper in love with it this weekend, and just such a good feeling. We truly are a family, you guys. And I just feel like that was the strongest feeling this weekend, was like, man, we really are one. And I don't want it to start sounding cheesy, but it really is true.
It really is. I think, I've gone and I've had so many conversations because, if I'm going to be loud, like, I can't fake anything. Like, this is what I'm doing. This is what God brought me here. This was not what I thought I was supposed to do. I wasn't looking for it. It came to me. And I think I can actually say that, like, all of the leaders that are on, that is exactly how they felt. Like, they were praying, they were looking, they were open to that. And it was in a place of love and good and not of fear. And I'm just like so thankful for the leaders that are here. And John had said to me, to bring, to restore that what is here, and to bring in the new and to rise that up. And I thought that's what I needed to hear, because sometimes we do need to be filled up a little bit, be restored. And I think with the beyond bonus, that for me was like holy restoration. Like, we are going beyond all of that. But I did love the same thing, like Cindy's analogy of, it's not easy building brand new. It's not easy building, if team has left. Like, sometimes that's even harder, but we know what we want even stronger. And I think that that's what's exciting for me, is to see that. So I love that. I love you. I love you so much. And there's going to be so much more leadership stuff that you guys are going to get to hear. This is really just kind of that recap, moment. Like, we're not being as specific as we really want to be. So I think you'll see that throughout the weeks coming even more so. But I love your heart. I think that's what people need. We're just very truthful in where we're going, where we're headed. So you guys better watch out, because Claire's not going to be on fire. Like, I just know it. She's so deserving, and you're going to see a lot of her face. So with that though, coming in, were you always confident? Like, I read your post and I thought, man, I was scared as a new distributor. And if you're new and you're coming in, or if you're going to rewatch this, training, you're like, I don't even know what to do. Do I even have the confidence to do that? What would you say to that person new and even like starting over? Like, how can they get confident again?
Yeah. So I'm just going to ask you to drop a 1 in the chat if you've ever been shy, like if that's ever been a label that you've given yourself, or if it's ever been a label that's been used to describe you. Because because I was the shy kid 100%. I have just been shy my whole life, and I was homeschooled my whole life, which I feel like I don't know. You guys probably know about me. I feel like I talk about it a lot. So that maybe also sometimes re-solidified some of my shyness. Like, it just was part of it. And I do homeschool my kids, so I love homeschooling. That's no shade to homeschooling, but I just was really shy and continue to be shy my whole life. And if you heard my story, like when I shared it this weekend, like I felt really hidden when I found the business. And when I saw my enroller on Instagram, like she was so confident and she shone so brightly. And I just was like, oh man, I would never be able to do that, because that's just not me. Like, I like to hide. I like to kind of do my thing, and I am very introverted. And so I wasn't confident in myself or what I had to offer. I really just kind of felt like, I didn't really know what I could give other people. And coming into It Works, I feel like my number one first thing that like kind of grew confidence in me was just reading the stories and hearing the stories. And, Joel and Steph have always been so impactful for me because, you guys, like Steph, you're quieter. You're someone that's quieter, and you have like a gentle and soft demeanor to you. And that just like drew me to you right away, my very first conference, because I was like, okay, like I can see myself in this like gentle, quiet confidence that Steph has. And I just feel like it's important, number one, to be able to be confident in who you are and not try to change that. Like, I love what Jessica just said about like, it's okay to emulate what you see in other people, those good qualities, but also look and find what you have to offer, because there will be those people sitting in conference or reading your posts on social media that are saying like, wow, she's shy and she was able to be successful at this. That means that I can do that too. Or she was homeschooled and she's able to do this. So that means that I can do it too, or whatever it is, like whatever that story is. And so, no, I didn't have a lot of confidence. And I think that where my confidence has come from is I don't have confidence in myself. And don't hear me wrong. Like, self-confidence is important. It's important to be proud of how God made you. Like, don't hear me wrong. But my confidence is truly in the Lord. And from day one with my business, I know that God brought me to It Works. Like, and I don't even feel like I fully understand yet the full capacity of what that means or why He brought me here. I know that I haven't fully seen yet my purpose here because I am far from done. And I just feel like having that confidence of like, okay, I know that God brought this company into my life and I know that He brought this business into my life. And so that means that I can be confident in whatever happens. And I think the biggest thing that where my confidence is coming from going into this year, and what I hope that you guys can take a hold of as well, is that if there is still a purpose for you here, like if you are still going, if you are still moving forward, if you are still feeling like a peace about remaining with the business, then there is so much confidence in no matter what happens around you, no matter what's happening in your business, there is still purpose and there is still greater. And so I just have felt this overwhelming peace because my purpose, I feel like, has become so much higher than what it was when I first started. I started just for a little bit extra, but now, like, praying with you all on Thursday evening, like getting a chance to pray with people and hear more stories and hearing the stories of different people talking throughout the week and being on stage and everything. It's just like, man, we can have such a big impact. And so no matter what ebbs and flows, the people that are in your business, the people that are out of your business, or if you're just getting started, no matter what this experience is like for you as you're starting out, just know that if God brought you here, there is a purpose in that. And so you get to just, like, hands out, you get to just say, no matter where this goes, I know that there's purpose in it. And so setting those goals and being excited for those goals, but also having peace with the timeline that rolls out. And John's message of the process and just how important the process is, and just know that every single piece of it is part of the process. And I will be done after this because I feel like I'm getting ranty, but I feel like part of John's story that was so inspiring to me is when Mark announced him as CEO, he was like, my life didn't always make sense. I was a pastor, I was in ministry, and then I was on Wall Street, and, all these different things that I did, but they led me to this place and gave me the right qualities for this position because of how, various they were. And I just feel like it was such a reminder to me that there will be seasons in our life that don't feel like they connect or don't feel like they make sense. But in reality, it's all just the process of God getting you to where He needs you to be. And so while I would love to think that my process has been that I'm just going to keep going up and I'm just going to keep getting a better income earner number and my check's just going to keep growing, like, I would love for that to be my process. But how many people will I really be able to reach if that's my process? And my story will just not have the same level of power unless I had this part. And so as hard as it is to sit in this part, it's exciting, because I know that that means that God is just preparing me for that much bigger of a story. And I just can't wait to continue to see walking it out, what it's going to look like.
You guys need to put like 11 million fire comments.
I was like, maybe we should have ended with that. I don't know, but I was just going with it. Like, it's just, it's so true, you guys. Like, it just feels so good. So I appreciate that so much, Claire. Thank you for just all of that. I know that just spoke to me so much. So you almost have me in tears. I'm trying not to cry. Like, I'm the biggest crier, but I just love you. So thank you for your time to jump on here and help so many people. So we're going to go over to Heather. Let's see if you can unmute yourself. Hopefully we'll get it eventually.
Yes, again.
You guys,
Yay!
so this is Heather Juneau, and I'm surprised your hubby isn't behind you. Honestly, the other half is Scotty. It's like me and Joel. Like, I feel like he's always there supporting, helping, doing all the things, but she's another one, like, energy level, always excited, always willing to help, even me, even though, she's not on our team. Like, these are all over the place. There's just people out there more than ever, I feel like, and It Works, that are willing to stand together to help each other out. Like, that brings me so much joy. That's why I'm like, you all are always welcome on our Zooms, because we need to be really loud and united together as one. And so that's my goal for all of us. And Heather's that way. Heather, what stood out to you? And congratulations, walking the stage, 9 years in. So she's seen a lot too, you guys. And and has gone through a lot of things with stuff. So was there something that stood out to you that you could share that you're like, this needs to be said?
Oh my gosh, yes. You guys, this is my 10th conference. So I celebrated my 9 full years in the company, and next month we'll be going into my 10th year. And there was just, this conference felt so different. It was just so different. It was so intimate. It was my favorite one, to be honest, that we've ever had. And you know, there were so many little aha moments and takeaways from it. But, you know, Claire just kind of touched on it, but the purpose of the purpose in the process, the speech that John gave, and it kind of takes you back to like the gratitude, you know, like where can you find gratitude in this moment? But that speech and just wording it that way, the purpose in the process is had so much more meaning to it than just saying, oh, well, where can you find gratitude in this moment? You know, like Steph said, you know, I've been in for a long time. You know, uplines have left and gone. You know, I've gone to Triple, you know, you guys, I've gone back down to paid as distributor and Ruby and Emerald, and, you know, yeah, but there has been a purpose in the process. And I felt like at conference, you guys, like, I truly believed it. You know what I mean? I like was literally in tears, like, I really believe there was a purpose, like, you know what I mean? And I'm still finding that purpose. And there's still going to be those processes that we're going through the whole time. So, you know, and that's one thing I left with that. And, you know, Claire also kind of touched on how, you know, she's shy sometimes. And you guys, I don't know what it is. And I'm just going to be honest with you guys, being in the business this long, you guys, my confidence literally goes up and it goes down. It goes way up and it goes way down. And even as excited as I was after conference, I came home and literally today, I just sat there going, I need the perfect post. I have 200 pictures on my phone. Where do I start? I need the perfect post. And then I start looking at my sidelines and going, oh, well, that one's really good. And then I look at another one, that one's really good. Okay, well, whose can I copy and then use as a template? And I was like, Heather, when I went triple diamond in a little over 2 years, I wasn't copying and pasting other leaders' posts. I was just being myself. And, you know, and that's what I want to tell you guys today is after, you know, the speech, the purpose in the process, and sitting here today, catching myself. And this is why I want to be super honest, because it doesn't matter what rank you are, it doesn't matter how long you've been in, you're going to have those peaks and those valleys. And I had kind of a valley today just because I was overthinking it. And I just thought to myself, how many of you either went to conference, okay, or you're on here today listening to all of this, but how many of you are not going to take action because you're scared? You're not going to take action because you don't have the perfect post. You're not going to take action because you don't think you can share your story, or you don't have a story to share. And I just wanted to tell you guys, like, 10 years later almost, and I still overthink my posts. And I caught myself. And today, you guys, I literally just went, you know what? I'm going to pick these 3 pictures. It was the first 3 I took at conference, and I put 4 sentences on there. 4 sentences. And I went, yeah, that sounds good. But it was so authentic and it was short and sweet. You guys, as you know, I'm very short and sweet. And do you guys know within 30 minutes, I got a message from a potential that's ghosted me for about 6 months. And it said, I am ready. I have nothing to lose. I'm miserable every day. I go to my 9 to 5. I miss my babies. I'm desperate for a change. How do I sign up?
Woo!
And right. And it literally brought me to tears because I almost didn't post today because I couldn't think of the perfect post. I don't have the perfect filter, you know. I'm 40, almost 1 years old. I'm like, what the hell is an aesthetic? I had to ask my 14-year-old, like, what does this mean? And, you know, and then so you guys, it's okay to overthink, but you just have to take action. And you hear this all the time, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just post, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, just send it, you know, just do the things. And I want to kind of leave with this, you guys. We doubled those bonuses, right? Like John was like, let's double this. We've done that once before since I've been in the business. And I looked at my husband. My husband does work this business. He is actually having major FOMO right now because he had to take our daughter to dance class. He was the one in the hot pink suit. If you guys didn't see him at conference, he looked so good. But he does work this business. But yes, I do majority of like his business, but we work it together. And the last time they doubled these bonuses, you guys, Scotty was a paid as distributor conference. And after they launched the double bonuses, he went from paid as distributor to paid as diamond and earned a $20,000 bonus. And this was shortly after he was laid off for the third time in 3 years from his job. And while he was on unemployment, trying to figure out what his next job was. And after that, we went, you know what? This is our vehicle. This is it. Like we know what we have, we know what we're going to do. And so I'm here to just let you guys know it, like they've said, it doesn't matter if you've been in 5 days, 5 months, 5 years, 15 years. It doesn't matter what your paid as rank is right now. It doesn't matter at all. Just know that anything is possible. You heard that Jenica went from Emerald, paid as Emerald, to Ambassador in 18 months. You guys, like, I truly know if you believe and just take the action, you will succeed and you will get there. So
Man, that is so good. Thank you for that, because I have bazillions of pictures. People are like, you weren't posting. Some of you know this, like I am in the moment at conference. I am listening to the stories. I am asking you questions. Many of you I went up to, you're so inspiring. I see your names. And a lot of it is because I'm seeing your faces on Zoom. I'm seeing your comments. So I'm watching these comments. And so, advocate for yourself. Do you want to be seen and heard? And no, keep doing that, because I'm seeing that. And I've heard that more often where people, I know Shara's on here long, and she was like, people knew who I was. And I was like, of course they do. You're amazing. And you're doing big things. So I think, even for me, I was like, after reading Claire's post, because you don't know, she was a writer, you guys. So I cannot compare to her, but I was like, same thing. Where do I go? Well, first off, it's my daughter's birthday. So I'm going to do hers first because she's important. And I felt, do I do that? Do I not? Like, where do I go? And I was like, stop, do that. I can do I've got time. I'm going to do that later. So that's a huge tip, you guys, really huge tip of just do it and move forward, because it'll start getting easier and easier and things will start to come out. So I appreciate that so very much, Heather. Like, I love you to pieces for that. We have, let's see, is Sam. Let's go to Sam. Jocelyn, I'm saving you for last, kind of last, because I probably know you the longest. So I'm going to pull some things a little extra out. I think Sam's on.
Yep,
Yes.
she
Okay.
is here.
You guys, Sam's a rock star. So I'm excited to have her on. Like, you're going to just see a lot of amazing people all the time. Sam, can you unmute?
I think I just did.
Yes, perfect. You guys,
Hooray!
she's another one. I don't know. She didn't want to miss her son's basketball game. I was like, that's fine. We'll get you towards the end. We need to hear from you. For those of you that don't know, she's she's an enroller. And so I really want to hear from her. Like, she just found her niche of like what she did with reels and being loud and not really, I don't think, looking at other people, and just decided to do it. And I love that about her. So I really want to get more of when you heard that and you're like, I got to go back to my team, like, for people that are, enrolling and they're like, I want to become a mass enroller. Like, what would Sam do? So I'm going to ask you a couple of things. So what would you say to people of like, if they don't have any potentials yet, how do they get started? And if they have been in the business, where would they start?
So the biggest thing for people, newbies, people that have been in and are just struggling to enroll anyone in this business at any point, is to maximize your exposure. So I obviously do reels and I do them a lot, but I started to do them on TikTok, actually at our last conference. That was 2020. And I started to do TikTok and I was growing slowly. And if you were one of those people that was like, I'm not going to do it, I can't do TikTok, I'm not going to show my face, drop a 1 in the comments. That was me. I refused. I'm super, super shy. I am like that girl in the back of the room that doesn't want to talk to anybody. So getting out there on social media was not something that I wanted to do, but I kept seeing people like Miss Jocelyn Yates and other leaders do it, and they were having so much success. And I was like, you know what? I can do a couple quick videos. I don't even have to talk. I cannot dance. So I was like, I'm just going to do whatever I can, and I'm going to keep doing it. So when it comes to TikTok, to Reels, consistency. And when you make one video, put it on every single platform, you guys. I make my videos on TikTok. They go on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, and it's all the same video. I just make sure that I get it in every single place possible. And I always share it to my stories as well. So people that might not have seen that I had a new reel up will see it there. And just to give you guys a little bit of insight into how quickly you will be able to grow your following, I started doing Facebook Reels last year. It was December of 2021, and I grew from 300 Facebook followers to over 415,000 in a year. I started with 12,000 Instagram followers this past January 2022, and I'm now up to almost 104,000 just from consistently posting reels every single day. And Instagram is a quality over quantity platform. You can post one a day, but the biggest key is to be consistent. So doing those reels, having people find whatever it is that they find in you will grow your following. People think that I'm hilarious making fun of my husband. That's what I do every single day, but I have a following and they keep coming back for more. So my biggest tip would be to find what it is that you love posting about or doing in your reels and just get it out to as many places as you possibly can.
So what was your like aha tip from conference this year?
Oh my gosh, I have so many. So I went into conference kind of feeling like the girl in the back of the room again. I'm going to be really transparent. I felt like a one-hit wonder. My Facebook reels have not been doing great. Facebook is not my fan, like not my friend right now. I can post something and get like 3 comments, and that's not normal for me. So I felt like I was really on the struggle bus. And I kind of felt like I was being fake to people because I had all this success from it. And then all of a sudden, just like social media can, it stopped. And I really had to take a look at like what I was going to do next, how I was going to pivot, and how I was going to keep my business going and keep my mentality and my mindset where I needed to be. So going to conference, I'm not going to lie, it was hard. I knew that I had a lot of success last year, but I also knew that towards the end of the year, things were just kind of getting weird. And I was like, I really want things to happen again. You guys, I'm trying to go ambassador this year. And I'm like, I need that like volume and stuff to come in again. So my aha moment for conference for me personally was to take a step back and truly help others again. I got really money focused. I got really success focused. And I really was looking at my family and what this could do for us. And I kind of forgot about the people. I forgot not about my team. I was never neglecting them, but I wasn't helping them in a way that I truly could. And just being around my newer team, I had a couple of brand new rubies going. I had a couple of girls that are going diamond, and just hearing their stories and that they were in the same place that I was when I first started reminded me that it is no longer about me, it is about them. And if I shift my focus and I worry about helping them reach their goals, even if it's 20 girls go ruby, it's ultimately going to help me reach mine. And you guys, it feels so much better to help your team win than it ever helps you to win yourself.
I love that. Thank you for being just honest, because again, you guys, if you don't know, Sam had that success. You always think everybody's doing so good. We don't know the behind the scenes and all of the work and all of that, mindset and strategy of like, okay, I'm willing to pivot, hearing like, how can I get this going again, and doing that. And just knowing it's not you, like, could it be social media? Is it the platform? Are they shadow banning? No, just understanding that. And then making sure you're asking the right people. I think that's a key. Who is in your circle? Because you want to make sure that they're guiding you to the direction of helping you grow and going, okay, well, you might just need to click on this. Like Jenica's post about going through my friends list. That was the first thing I was like, I just need to go back to doing something like that again, instead of Messenger, green light, like we teach all that. So making sure that you guys do have a circle that's going to help you and not say, yeah, it's done. Like, it's never done. There's always going to be something new. Like I was hearing Jill's on, and she had a new distributor that's 18 years old. And I think she hit Ruby, or is going to hit Ruby, and has made $1,000. And hearing that is so inspiring, because I'm like, sorry, Jess, you're getting old. There's 18-year-olds coming in. And what are they doing to have success in 2 weeks, to go Ruby in 2 weeks? Like, that's huge. So never be, always be willing to learn and to pivot and to get around these right people that are having the success. So we're going to consistently do that, you guys. And I know corporate on Monday nights, they're going to see, because they can see the whole bird's eye, right? Of like, who is doing well right now. We want to hear from those people, so that when you feel like you're in a valley, we're going to get you right back up. You're going to hear from that. And then when you're up, we want to hear from you. And we want to hear, yeah, I've been in the valley and this is where I've gone. So I feel like you're going to get a whole lot of that. So I love that, Sam. I appreciate that. She's in my circle, can't get her out. So stuck with me, but that's a good thing. So I love that and appreciate that. So again, you guys, we're going to get a little bit more in depth of some things, but take all of these notes because they're so good to just kind of go and lean into what we'll end with. So Jocelyn, Ambassador Diamond.
Hello.
You guys, I've seen her grow up in this business. Like she's my other daughter.
She was
For those
18.
Yep. She was
Yeah.
like my other daughter.
I was 19.
Yep. I was going to say, I knew she was 19. Jessica's my other, like, I feel like you're all my kids, but, you know, you coming in, you've seen a lot of things in this business. You have come in not knowing what you're doing, skyrocketing to the top income earners, you know, now to being a mom with 2 beautiful little girls, like, you know, having this. So I can't wait to hear, you know, what your takeaway was, because you guys, she is a green analytic. Like she will give you a report. She's going to give you data. She's going to tell you how to do. She's a great teacher of things. So I'm thinking like, what are you taking out of that you're going to not only teach yourself, but others?
Okay, well, green's actually my 3rd color. Thank you. But I like money. And so that comes with knowing numbers.
Yep. I was like, that goes hand in hand.
I was just going to start like going through some of the notes that I took at conference. And as people were talking, you know, I wanted to share something first. And this was actually like the biggest aha moment that I had when we went to see Levi. But I think even more now, people need to hear this. So one day, like I was just sitting there getting ready and I was just thinking like, man, like I have had like, I felt like I have gone through the ringer after promoting to ambassador, just with so many other companies trying to attack ours and take leaders, so many people that give up on themselves and just stop working. And I questioned for so long, am I actually capable as a leader to help other people truly succeed, promote VIP, and transform their family's life? And I, in a sense, felt like a one-hit wonder, but I really started questioning my ability to help somebody else do what I have done. And I was reminded, I was just thinking, and this is going to sound a little stupid how I got to this moment, but I was just kind of thinking like, wouldn't it be crazy if people could invent, and this was as I was packing my bags to go home from Dominican Republic, okay? And I was like, I wish I had a shrink ray so I could just shrink my stuff so it would fit in my suitcase and not weigh over 40 pounds. And then I was like, but then I would need a ray that would make it bigger again. But if I had a ray that made it bigger again, I'd never have to buy shampoo anymore because I could just multiply it, right? And I'm like, that would be silly. That's not possible. And then I was reminded of the story of Christ when he was teaching these people and they were hungry. And he's like, okay, what food do we have? And it was a few loaves of bread and 5 fish. And everybody probably looked at him like he was crazy. There is no way you can feed that many people with this little amount of food. And I got to thinking, that's kind of how I feel in my business sometimes, where I've got some incredible people left and incredible people joining. And I have really big goals. I don't know how I'm going to feed this many people, but if I just put my trust where it needs to go and have that faith, he is going to multiply my efforts and make it work. And so that was like one of my biggest takeaways. And I just keep being reminded of that. And I think a lot of us need that reminder, you know, and even just with so many stories in the Bible of warriors that they're just completely outnumbered, and through faith, they are able to overcome. They're always able to win, that we have to have that faith even within our business, that he will truly multiply our efforts if we put that trust in him and have that undoubted faith. So with that being said, some of the things I wanted to share, my biggest aha moment actually came from Claire sharing her story. And she just kind of mentioned after she had promoted to Ruby, she shared that she used that $500 Ruby bonus to pay for her groceries. And how many people flooded her inbox like, did that really pay for your groceries? I need that. And we live in a day where people are struggling to pay for their groceries right now. And so with everything else that we kind of talked about, just some of my notes, I'm going to read through them. Be known for the dream that you have. When your dream starts to fade, get around big God-called dreamers, and yours will start to kick again. Your dream comes alive around other dreamers. And then I thought about, okay, we talked about that. We talked about that we need to have a team mission, something that we can all rally behind, and that we have to plug in, right? And so I was thinking, okay, how can I combine all of this together so that this can not only benefit like my own business, but my team's business? And I just thought, what if we could make a team goal of like, let's help 100 moms pay for their groceries in the next 3 months. If we could do something like that, that's going to be what moves the mountains to help people reach these bonuses, right? And this was also from John, right? My purpose is to help people every day. When we put people first, everything good follows. Or the quote that Zig Ziglar always says, when you help enough people get what they want, you get everything you want. And so it was all just coming full circle to me that if I can just focus on those small and simple wins, how many moms can we help pay for the groceries and not have to stress? If we focus on that and just focus on teaching those small and simple things to our team members, do the host of host, do at least one reel every single day, send the follow-ups, just focus on that's going to be what takes you where you want to go. And then my last little like aha came from Taylor. Actually, he works with a real estate team, and they just partnered with a company. It's $1 billion company, which is really cool. And so he gets actually like live training from like Brendan Bouchard and cool people like that. But they shared a quote, and it says, "Can my current habits carry me to my desired future?" And it was just such a good reminder that it really is those small things, asking yourself, like, is this habit helping me create that future that I want? Or is this something that I need to realign where my passion is so that it matches my purpose?
Okay, well, I'm glad I saved you for last. There was a reason for everybody's like where they were at in that. And she's, so wise. Like you always have been so wise, like you know what to bring and sharing that vulnerability. You guys, I think that's what I'm hearing is, everybody on this Zoom has a purpose. You're designed to do this. You have a story. Your story matters. And you get to create the habits that you want to get to these bonuses. How many people are you going to help, do the groceries? I'm even noticing the eggs, and I have a lot of money, and I'm like $7 eggs, like what the heck? So, that seems so little, but it's so much. And that's exactly it. That's how you build big business. And I think one of the things, coming into this is when Joel and I joined, we were going through bankruptcy. I was standing in food lines. I was just praying for I don't want to lose my house. Like we were trying everything. And I feel like there's so many people right now that are just barely hanging on. And if they just had somebody to hand them something to say, I will do the work. I will do the work.
And guys, the one thing is you're not going to know it. You're not going to see them because nobody saw it in us. Everybody thought we were successful business owners. You're not going to see that person's hurt. So you need to post in a way that addresses the hurt that they have that's going unseen.
Yeah. And I think, that is why I'm not afraid to message people. I don't do necessarily always a fake message for distributors or like a robot post. I look at their profile and I will message them because I was praying and wishing that somebody would have shared this business with me sooner. And so people are like, you message? I'm like, absolutely, I do, because I wish somebody would have told me about this business sooner because I was willing to do the work. If you just tell me I need 10 customers, okay, I don't know how to do that, but that's what you said. I will learn. I will log in. I will look at the products. I will talk to whoever I will until I figure it out. And so as you're going into this and you're hearing all of this and you think, does your story matter? It absolutely does. And when you're going into this, they don't necessarily care about you. They care about what do you have to offer to them that can help them in their situation right now, whether that's putting groceries on the table, putting gas in their car, getting some, maybe it's a relief of like getting some time with their kids to do the things that they want to do. And so right now, every single person should be a distributor. Like you should not offer this opportunity to anyone, because here's the thing is if they want product, they should buy that kit add that product onto it. Now you've got volume and why wouldn't they want to go for some extra money, especially in these times? Because then we're going to teach them, who do you know that's going to help you out to reach these things? And that's whether that's going back to in hundreds lists, putting the posts up, but you have to be going back to kind of Claire, confident in knowing what you have your hands on, being willing to share that. We have prayed for every one of you. Cindy has prayed for every one of you. All of us leaders are praying for the right person to come in, and we have to be the ones that open their mouth and tell them what to do and to trust the process. You know that not only can they make money at this, their lives can change. They become the leader that they needed to be. They become the mom that they were designed to be. They become, friends with people they never knew that they needed in their life. And I can't say enough about this company of what that offers to you guys. And that's why I get fired up. That's where I see, the vision of leaving there glowing, on fire, shining bright, being the lighthouse, giving people hope, doing all of the things. The only way to do that is to be bold, like Mark has said, like John has said, and to be that fearless leader that you want, to go after the things that you deserve for your family, and that those other people that didn't even know that existed, that you need to offer them. And we're going to go out and we're going to change more lives than we ever have, because we've got everything aligned, perfectly designed for that. It was like, Mark passing the torch to John, all of this light, pushes out darkness. And I can't help but think the people that have left, they couldn't handle the light, the good that was coming, because we had to make room for all of these right people. So I could go on and on about all of those things. And for those of you that don't know, usually I don't get fired up a whole lot about that. That is how I know that I'm supposed to be here, that I'm supposed to lead you, that you can have your trust in me and Joel, that we are here and we're going to constantly give you the best that we can, because you guys sharing some things. And I want you guys to challenge yourself to go to these leaders and tell them what it meant for them to be on this Zoom. Because I can tell you, when you're in the valley, you feel like you're a one wonder if I should keep going, that one person coming to you and saying, that Zoom that you were on, that really helped me get through and made me stay here and kept pushing me to keep going on. Stephanie, needed to hear that this weekend. And so if you were one of those people that did that, you do not know how impactful that is to leaders. So thank you for those comments, those, keep going, showing us that we can do that and being loud about these stories. So I love you guys. You're going to see so much more than ever before on, leadership, on how to teach new distributors and all of the things. And, lastly, I know that Joel got to be on the app. I kind of forgot about Joel, you guys, because I was like in the moment. So
don't worry, I'm here.
I'm sorry. And I know
I'm
it's
not going
over
anywhere.
10 o'clock and we're going to cut off because, there's other things going and we're going to try to do these shorter, but I just knew we had to do a Zoom like this, but I know that you're excited for the app because
I'm excited about Jesus.
yes, we are excited about that. He's leading our way. He's lighting the way. Right. But with the app, you guys go do the work, because it's going to make our life so much easier to be able to push out videos, to be able to show, ingredients and all of the things right in there. So keep staying tuned. I guess I won't have you stay on until we actually bring out the app, and then we'll do that. But I'm talking really fast. It's because I'm really excited and I love you guys. And I hope that this Zoom was exactly what you needed. Actually, I don't hope. I know it was exactly what you needed, and you're just going to get so much more. So you can put this on your calendar. Every single Monday, 8 o'clock, 8 p.m. Eastern. They're going to be shorter, I promise you. But I was a little excited to get just great leadership on. Same Zoom ID and password. So if you have that, you can go ahead and you can write that in your calendar now. Anybody that's diamond and above, you're going to get some other Zooms out to you for a little bit more in-depth leadership. And so that you can stay in the know of like, how does Steph and Joel get through some of these things, and how do we lead, through these moments? We've been through a lot and we know a lot of people, so we're going to give you all that. So I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you to each and every one of you, Jocelyn, Heather, Claire, Sam, and who else did I have on? Did I get them all? Sam, Jocelyn, Heather, Claire, and Jessica. I was like, I'm missing someone. It's my other daughter. So we will see you guys again next Monday at 8 o'clock. Have an amazing week, y'all. See you guys.